The, the first idea it came to me when I was still a student, so it was an idea for a short film, but because it was very personal, because it's partly autobiographical, it's about the relation between me and my brother. It needed time to develop, and so after years and years of thinking about how you can tell a story that is so personal, the first draft of the feature film was around 2016, and then needed time to get the shape that it's now. I needed distance to see the past in a different way, because when you're young you see very emotionally sometimes the things, and you need time to, let's say, digest some things and to see from a different point of view. So when you're older, basically you can elaborate what was happening. We had a very long work on selection. First, we start from 700, then we took 30 boys and 30 girls, and then from this we took like three for every role, and then we tried to mix all together. So we were also searching like a chemistry between the two brothers. And then when we selected the two brothers, we found the girls, and we also mixed them up, so we see how it works like a team. And at the end, you also the work with the mother. We invited like 13 professional actors, and then we put them together with the younger brother. So it was very important for me to create and to see who works with whom. And then we were a lot of working together, preparation, meeting, going to drink together, going to eat together, playing tennis together. So when we started shooting, the two actors, the two brothers, already had a chemistry. First of all, I wanted to shoot in this part of Slovenia, who is not really used in Slovenian movie. It's Bela Krajina. It's on the border with Croatia. The river is the border between Croatia and Slovenia, and it's really a very open space. That's really, for me, like breathe. It's very, you know, the feeling it's when you are here, that's everything stopped. It's like it's out of time. This is also the idea that I wanted to make this movie. It's out of time. It could be today, but it could be 30 years ago. And for me, this nature is very connected with this young boy. Every time he has problem, he goes to the river. He goes to the nature. He is really living with this space. This space is part of him. It's like a little bit melancholic. And for me, it's the river is the representation of him. It's like, it could be very salt, but it could be dangerous. So when you are young, when you're 15, you don't really understand yourself, and you don't know how to behave. Maybe you think it's good, but in a way you're doing something bad because you can't understand. I think the river is like that. It's nature, and you don't know never how it happens. It can change very fast. My movies were, I was a little bit afraid about speaking about identity, because also I need years to understand who I am, where I live, what I want to be, because I was born as Slovenian in Italy. So, part of the Slovenian minority in Italy, and our perception of country and nationality is quite complicated, because I have both nationality, I speak both language. But I feel inside myself, when I came and live in Slovenia, I start really to feel Slovenian. But my way how I work, it's a mixture, because I grew up in Italy, and I have both the culture inside, and so with someone also some years ago was asking me, "You're Slovenian and Italian. What movies I make? You make Slovenian movies?" I make something different. I make something that comes from me, and I started to now. I can say that I'm interested in talking about this identity that I have. In the future projects, I want to search more about this. What means being somewhere in between, and a little bit also losing some points of view. So it's quite complicated. I'd say it needs years. For me, it needs more than 30 years that I can come back to my places and see my my let's say my city, my birth city in a different way. I think, you know, the things changed like 10 years ago when the fund decided to focus on young directors. They make like they prepared an amount of money every year that is just for first feature and for young directors, and it's really charged. It's something that it's happened when I started, so you know I was one of the first that used this. So basically, you know, you like before you had to compete with all the directors already successful, and it's feel difficult to have a project that is, you know, can beat can get the fund, you know, because we have not a lot of money. And now a little bit changed, and you know there's a lot of focus on young director, and there's a lot of young directors, and a focus on female directors. There's a lot of young, very good female directors. So basically there is new ideas, fresh ideas, and you know, cinema is changing very. I think, you know, the way of how we perceive cinema is constantly changing, and you need fresh, let's say, ideas that gives you a new point of view, and just not just focus on the past, but also on the future, on the new generation, what will happen, what is now happening in our country, and what will happen in the future.